On this video, we're going to be discussing one of my favorite books, Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, a couple of my biggest breakthroughs, how this actually helped me significantly in my life, in my business, and making more money, landing a dream job, tripling my income, generating relationships, and helping me build a business that comes from a place of fulfillment and excitement and just has drastically helped my life significantly. What's up, guys? My name is Nico Rapclis, and as mentioned, this is one of my favorite books of all time. And in fact, I made another overview of this book here on this YouTube channel. And I would strongly recommend that you go check out that video as well after you watch this video, because it's one of our more popular videos on this channel. But I wanted to make a follow-up video because I've made several videos about the Dr. Joe Dispenza meditations and how this significantly helped me in my life and creating a business and tripling my income, landing a dream job, generating relationships. I even shared a story, one of my mentors talking about how one of the guys that went to one of his retreats became a millionaire in 48 hours. So I strongly recommend that you listen to any and all of those videos. I put together an actual playlist, so you can check that out here. But I wanted to talk about on this video, I wanted to make a part two to this because so many people have been expressing interest, and people inside of our Skool community, I've absolutely been loving these videos that I've been putting out for Dr. Joe Dispenza and what I've taken from it and how I've applied it to my life. And that's really what I want to share here on this video, of how I take the knowledge and the information inside of this book and other books, and how I actually go out there and apply it and remember this stuff, so that I don't have to keep on thinking about, oh yeah, I read that at one point. It's like, this stuff is ingrained in me, and because of the fact that it's ingrained in me, that's why I'm able to have such better results with the information that is in this video, in this book. Fly was coming after me. How I'm been able to really apply this stuff and remember this stuff and know this stuff, so that it's not just like, oh yeah, I remember I read that book one time, but it's more like, this really became a part of me, and because of the fact that it became a part of me, that's when everything changed, okay? And in addition, I want to let you know, as I briefly alluded to, is that we have a Skool community with hundreds of people. We're about to eclipse the 500 person mark, and right now it's a free group. Soon it's going to be a paid group, but this is where we go deep into magnetic manifesting, so that you can become the person that actually pulls in the things that you truly desire into your life, while at the same time pushing the things away that you don't want in your life. It's a really, really cool group. We go live every single Thursday. We go deep. You have access to me. You can ask questions at any point, and it's a really powerful group. In addition to that, on this YouTube channel, we have a big mission for helping over 20,000 people become magnetic manifestors in the next 90 days or less. So if you'd like to be a part of that mission, make sure to subscribe to the channel here. But let's dive into this information about how I was really able to embody this information inside of here that Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. So one of my favorite principles from this book is that if you change your energy, you change your life. Okay, I'm gonna say it probably several more times on this particular video, but you change your energy, you change your life. You change your energy, you change your life. Okay, it's really a big concept, and that's one of the biggest things that I got from this book. Okay, so what does that actually mean, and how do you actually change your energy? Well, that's what I really perceived from this book, is that this book helps you change your energy. And one of the stories that really just stuck out to me is one of the first stories inside of this book, where it's talking about this woman from Austria. I said it was Australia. For the longest time, I thought it was Australia, but it's actually Austria. I went back to the book and checked it out because someone left a comment on this video and said it was Austria. But essentially what happened is that one day, this lady from Austria, her husband said, hey, I'm leaving, I'm heading out. And he didn't come back, right? And then the police came back a while later that day and said that he had committed suicide. And this obviously would not be easy to hear, that your husband had committed suicide and you didn't even know that there was anything wrong. And that sent her down this just downward spiral, where she just started going downhill, right? And eventually she got to the point where she made herself so sick by just her thoughts and ruminating on these thoughts, that she was eventually bedridden. She got cancers on her ovaries, and she was about to just end her life. She had her kids, and she somehow found the courage to go to a Joe Dispenza retreat and start meditating, and realize that she had a lot to live for, right? She had a lot to live for. And then eventually she got to the point where she built her life back up, and now she's running a multiple six-figure big business, helping Joe Dispenza with the retreats and just thriving. So what does that story really tell us? Your thoughts can make you sick, but your thoughts can also heal you. And that's one of the biggest things that I got from this book. And one of the biggest things that we got from that as well is that how she was able to do that is she dove deep into these meditations and she changed her energy. And that's one of the biggest things that I want to hammer home here, because it's not about like getting 20 downloads from this book. It's not about getting 50 downloads from this book. It's really about compiling some of those main components from this book and applying them. Because when you can apply them and you get these revelations from this book and you solidify them deeper and deeper into your soul, that's when this actually starts to change your life. And I would attest to that. This is the reason that this book has changed my life so much, is because not only have I read this book, probably like 4 or 5 times now, I listened to the audiobook while reading the physical copy at the same time, so it helps me retain it. But I take little nuggets and information and downloads and just say, that's the thing I want to focus on, rather than feeling like I have to go wide with this book. I'd rather go deep with just a few concepts. And again, I'll come back to it, but I've already said it, but like, you change your energy, you change your life. That's exactly what happened with this lady from Austria, is that she changed her energy. Okay, she was doing great, and then all of a sudden her energy changed and she changed her life in a negative, poor direction, right? But then she realized, after going to the retreats and understanding these concepts, is that you got to change your energy back if you want to heal yourself. And that's what she started doing by doing the meditations. Now, some of my favorite meditations in this book is the blessing of the energy centers. And I'll probably, down in the description, I'll put one of my favorites. It's on Spotify that I use. It's about 20 minutes, and that helps me really shift my energy. And then we also use a really powerful tool called Vision Espresso that I'll explain here in a second, that we offer inside of our Skool community, that helps solidify really getting clear on your vision and really feeling that vision and changing your energy with that vision, coupled with the blessing of the energy center meditations. When you combine those two, it works like gangbusters. We've had clients that have manifested their dream apartment, penthouse apartment, manifested their multi-million-dollar home, manifested 5xing their business in 30 days. We've even had people that have started their business, got their first 15 clients. I mean, we could go on and on, but there's so many success stories of utilizing the meditations in addition with Vision Espresso that can drastically help your life. But that's one of the biggest things I just want to help you understand. When you read this book, I would strongly encourage you to take a couple of the main key components from this book, or maybe a story from this book, or maybe just like one little download, change your energy, change your life, and go deep on that, rather than feeling like you got to read this entire book. Like, sometimes you don't even need to read the entire book. Like, that first chapter is where they explain the lady that her husband committed suicide, jumped off the tallest building in Austria, right? And so that was one of the most profound things that I got from it. And it just showed me that I don't necessarily need to read the entire book. Like, yes, I love reading the entire book. I love understanding all the science behind it, and that really helps solidify it for me. But really, one of the biggest takeaways that I got from this book is just literally in the first chapter. So take one little knowledge and one little download from this book and really cement it deeper and deeper. And how you cement it deeper is you actually go out there and apply it. So like, when I heard that, and she was talking about how like she just dove deep into the meditations, that's when things really shifted for me, and I started actually doing the meditations. And it was actually in a period of time when I was struggling, right? I actually just had gone through shoulder surgery. I tore my pectoral tendon, and I was in a really tough part of my life where I was going through a really challenging breakup, and it was tough. But once I really started diving into the meditations, that's when things shifted, because I was shifting my energy. Right? I was shifting my energy every single day. And we always talk about on this channel and inside the Skool group is the law of vibration. Okay, whatever your dominant thoughts and dominant vibration, that's what you're going to continue to attract into your life. And that comes from this story about how she, every day, just Joe talks about this, is like, you don't get up until you change your energy, until you start feeling good. You don't get up from the meditations. So you sit down and you stay in that meditations until you're feeling that bliss, that joy, that love internally, because that becomes then the dominant vibration. When that becomes the dominant vibration, that's what you're pulling in. And this becomes a practice. It's not a one-time thing. It's not just 5 minutes a day, because with the law of vibration, it's almost like, think about it as memorizing a song. How would you memorize a song? Would you just memorize a lyric here and there? Or would you just get immersed in that song and listen to it every single day, all day long? Well, it's the same thing with your meditations. That's how you shift your energy. That's how you memorize your new song. That's how you memorize your future, is by getting down every day and doing the work. Sometimes it's going to take an hour. Sometimes it'll take 2 hours. But it's, again, you're memorizing that song for an hour a day, 2 hours a day, and you're taking that practice into the rest of your day rather than feeling like that it's an isolated thing from the rest of your day. You know, as I'm making this video, I'm speaking to you and I'm talking to this camera, I'm almost doing a meditation right now. I'm very present. I'm just talking. I'm in the moment. I'm not thinking about any other thing. I'm just simply focused on delivering a message and just enjoying this. That's why I love making these YouTube videos, and that's why I'm consistently making videos every single day, and that's why we're on this mission to helping over 20,000 people become magnetic manifestors in the next 90 days. That's why I love it. So I'm taking my meditation practice into creating videos, and that's why I found this is really powerful for me, right? But that was the future that I memorized in my meditations, and a couple that with Vision Espresso. So what Vision Espresso is, it's really basically a custom audio from your future self, as if everything has already happened and it's in your voice, right? It's a really powerful tool, and it helps you visualize that future that you really desire, right? There's a chapter in here called Mind Movies, and basically Vision Espresso is just kind of like the amplified next version of this. Mind Movies is great, but if you want to take things to the next level and you want to have it fully custom to you, you want to have it in your voice, and you want to have it just draw those emotions out of you and pull those manifestations out of you by going through the process. All you have to do is answer 5 questions, and then we create this beautiful thing for you. So we offer that inside of our Skool community, and the people that have invested in that have drastically changed their life. You know, we've made several walkthrough videos of the people that have gone through that on this YouTube channel. So again, make sure and subscribe and check those videos out. But it's so powerful, and it all starts with the meditations that are found in this book. And again, one of my favorite ones is the blessing of the energy centers, because basically it's just you're focusing on your body, like the different areas of your body, and the more that you can just focus on that, the more that you are present, the more you are grounded, the more that you're memorizing that song and getting grounded. Before you know it, if you do that every single day, day in and day out, and then you apply it to the rest of your life rather than think it's this isolated incident, and then you go back to your life. It's you're basically incorporating, you're merging your meditation with your mindfulness practice in everything that you do, whether you're making videos, whether you're watching videos, like being very present. And that's why we always do some grounding, some intention setting, some breath work, some gratitude inside of our Skool community on our live calls on Thursdays. So it's really important. And the last thing I'll leave you with here on this video is one of the other biggest downloads I got from this book is clear intention with elevated emotion, right? And that's basically, again, change your energy, change your life, but why it's so important to have a clear intention. And that's why we focus on that every single day with the Vision Espresso as well, because we have you speak out your intention every time you listen to your Vision Espresso. So I'm about to listen to my Vision Espresso right after I get done making this video, but that's what's gonna really prime me for the rest of the day after I did my meditation this morning, watching the sunrise, and I got clear and focused, and I shifted my energy, and then now I can move through the rest of the day. So I wanted to make that video. I wanted to solidify and help you understand why I've gotten the most out of these books, and kind of just an overview of like one of the biggest concepts, which again is change your energy, change your life. But you have to take that into a practice rather than just reading this book. And one of the other really big things that helps me significantly is it's teaching the stuff that I learned from this book. That's why I make these videos, because it solidifies deeper every time I teach this stuff. But you don't necessarily need to make videos unless you want to. But one of the things I started with was anytime I learned one of these things, I would just, write it down. I would record it from memory, and I would write it down, or I would just speak it out in a voice note, or I would tell some friends. I would talk to them about it. I started creating masterminds where we would share the stuff that we were learning. And that was one of the most powerful things that I could possibly have done. And I encourage you to do that as well, is start sharing the information that you're learning with other people, whether you are making content or you're just sharing it with your friends, calling them up, send them a voice message or whatever it is. It's going to help you solidify this deeper and more, and then therefore it's actually going to change your life. And I made another video about all this stuff about how you really shift your identity, which then changes the frequency of your DNA, and that's exactly what's happening. So I strongly recommend that you check out that book. That will be in the first pinned comment. And then again, if you want to learn how you can become a magnetic manifestor, join our Skool community, potentially get a Vision Espresso as we offer that inside of our Skool community. Make sure and watch this video, and we'll see you on the next one.